Right now, there's a heated debate in the crypto world. Is XRP actually a better investment than Bitcoin? According to Edoardo Farina, founder of Alpha Lions Academy, the answer is yes, and not just a casual yes. He went as far as saying, you'd have to be insane to think Bitcoin at $106,000 is a better investment than XRP. That's a strong statement, but let's break it down. XRP is trading around $2. Bitcoin? Over $100,000. And Farina argues that because of this massive price difference, the risk-reward potential of XRP is far more attractive, especially in this market cycle. Let's look at some numbers. Back in November 2024, XRP was about 50 cents. Bitcoin was at $70,000. Fast forward a few months to January 2025, XRP shot up to $3.40, giving investors a 7x return. Meanwhile, Bitcoin rose to about $112,000, which is a 64% gain. Let's simplify that with an example. $50,000 invested in XRP at 50 cents would have grown to $340,000. The same $50,000 in Bitcoin would have become only about $82,000. So from a pure number standpoint, XRP clearly won that round. And now, with XRP hovering just over $2, people like Farina believe it still has room to multiply, especially when compared to Bitcoin's much higher price tag. But here's where it gets more interesting. Farina and others aren't saying Bitcoin is bad. In fact, many in the community still support Bitcoin. But they argue that for average investors, especially those without $50,000 or $100,000 sitting around, XRP simply offers better upside. One commenter put it this way: most people don't have $10,000 to throw into Bitcoin. Even if Bitcoin hits $500,000, that $10,000 turns into about $47,000, a decent return, but nothing crazy. Now, take that same $10,000 and put it into XRP at $2. If XRP even hits $10, that's $50,000. If it goes to $100, as Farina boldly predicted, if Bitcoin reaches $500,000, that's $500,000, a 40x return. And yes, that's speculative. But so is all of crypto. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some critics are pushing back, and they're making good points. One commenter said, look at XRP's history. It still hasn't hit its all-time high from 2018. And that's true. While Bitcoin has smashed through its old records, XRP has lagged. So the idea that XRP will automatically outperform just because it's cheaper, that's not guaranteed. Lower price doesn't always mean better opportunity. Sometimes it means underperformance. And XRP's long history of delayed growth is something investors shouldn't ignore. Still, the asymmetric return argument is hard to dismiss. XRP does have a lot of upside if certain market conditions play out. And that's the heart of this debate. This isn't about whether XRP is better than Bitcoin in a general sense. It's about where your money has more potential to grow, especially in the short to midterm. If you're chasing high returns and are willing to take on some risk, XRP might seem like the better play. But if you're looking for stability, strong institutional backing, and a proven track record, Bitcoin still holds that crown. So where does that leave us? Farina's bold claim, you'd have to be insane to think Bitcoin is a better investment than XRP, isn't really about being anti-Bitcoin. It's about math and market potential. If XRP hits $10, $20, or even $100, the returns could be life-changing. But that's still a big if. On the other hand, Bitcoin might not 10x again anytime soon, but it could hold its value and continue to grow slowly over time. So the real question is, do you want the safer bet or the higher risk moonshot? Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you Team XRP or Team Bitcoin? Or maybe a mix of both? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.